Welcome to Decent News, where we, the developer-loving team at Decentology, bring you real answers to real questions from real developers who are just getting started with decentralized and blockchain development. The Decentology team interacts and engages with developers in a number of areas, such as Twitter, Twitter Spaces, Discord, office hours, and more. In this segment, we review some of the most popular questions that our team members hear from developers in these channels. And this week, we have our rockstar developer evangelist, Samina Kabir, who's going to provide an in-person response to a Twitter question. So let's get straight to it. All right, so today we are joined by Samina, who is our developer advocate here at Decentology. So Samina, we're extremely pumped to have you here. We know you are a busy lady, so we will get straight to it. What we want to do is actually respond to one of a question that was asked to you on Twitter. So we appreciate you taking the time here today. So the question comes from Rogan X4, and they asked, it says, so my Web3 question is, how are we collectively going to make sure that Web3 is truly available to all and stays that way? And that's kind of a common theme that we see on questions. And so that's why we want to respond to this one. So Samina, thanks again for being here. And how would you respond to that question?
Yeah, so I think the realistic answer to this question is that we can't, much like we can't really collectively ensure that the air is still going to be breathable or that the internet's going to be free in every single country. But I think that we still have to take an active approach, and it doesn't mean that we do nothing. So what we can do is support the individuals and groups who are building Web3 using free open source software. We can provide computing infrastructure, connectivity resources as well, and promoting the ethos overall of decentralized computing. So I think if enough of us do this on a grassroots level, this movement is going to become so prominent that even if there are bumps in the road later on or pockets where decentralized technology is limited or not accessible, then as a whole, I think Web3 and decentralized technology in general is going to be pervasive and hard to eliminate.
Awesome. No, that's a great response. So we, again, appreciate you taking time. If you want to follow Samina on Twitter, you can follow her at Samina Codes. And Samina, we hope that you will join us again in the future for another episode. So thanks again.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks again for joining us and providing that response, Samina. And that's it. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Decent News. And if you have questions that you want answers to regarding decentralized development, blockchain, or Web3, then first ask yourself, is this a decent question? And if it is, then feel free to share it with us on any social channel, and we'll do our best to respond. And maybe, just maybe, your question will end up right here on Decent News. Signing off, I'm Clint Patterson.